question that really needs to be asked today. Yes or no? I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Talent is a tenuous thing.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Y'all watching the NFL draft? It's finally here. Yeah. I'm an NFL agent with Agency Athlete in New York City. I'm just here in the office preparing for the draft. I'm not going to really have any activity today, round one, but I anticipate having some activity tomorrow and Saturday. Saturday is going to be a big day. It's going to be round 4 to round 7, and then undrafted free agency right after that. So it's a busy weekend. Been fielding a lot of calls today from different teams about my players, and it's always an exciting time. How long I've been doing the agent stuff? Well, I started off as a sports marketer. Been doing sports marketing for over 10 years, and then a few years ago I decided to get on the management side, and I got certified as an NFL agent, and I've been doing that for a few years. It's a lot of fun. It's a very competitive business. It's not as glamorous as everybody thinks it is. It's a grind, but I just love it. And we work all year for this weekend. This is the weekend. You know, I started recruiting guys coming out of college back in July of last year. And recruiting goes on from July till December, January, once their college season is done. And then that's right after their bowl game. If they made a bowl game, that's when we can start signing them. And then the journey begins from there. So we've already developed a relationship with the guys that we recruit, you know, starting back in the summer, calling them, talking to them throughout the college football season, senior year or their junior year, and all the way up till right after their bowl game. We sign them. And then the process goes is, you know, we sign an athlete. Then we have to pay for his training because all these guys are training for the NFL Combine. So we usually send them to training academies down in South Florida. A lot of guys like to train in Florida for the warm weather. And they train there for 6 to 8 weeks leading up to the NFL Combine or Pro Day to get them ready on all the drills that the scouts are going to be looking at, like the 40 time, broad jump, bench press of 225 pounds, pro shuttle, short shuttle. You know, there's all these different measurables that the NFL scouts evaluate talent with. So the process is we sign them right in January, put them into an NFL training academy in Florida for 6 to 8 weeks. Hopefully some of these guys got invited to an all-star game later in January. The top game is the Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. And with that game, they take, you know, the top 100 or so prospects coming out of college. But there's also several other very good all-star games out there that players can get invited to, like the East-West Shrine Game, NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. So those are all in January, early February. Then we move on to the NFL Combine in Indianapolis in mid-February. So by the time a player hits the NFL Combine in mid-February, he's already been training at the academy for 6 weeks or so. So he's hitting that Combine at peak performance, ready to deliver on his numbers. So that's a big milestone in the process. The next milestone on the process would be his pro day. His pro day is at his college where he went to, and that's when all the NFL scouts, coaches, front office personnel will go down to that school and visit him and see him run those same drills that he did at the Combine at his pro day. So it gives guys the opportunity to maybe, you know, do another drill. Maybe they didn't run the 40 well at the Combine, to do it again at the pro day, or just run football drills at the pro day. And also, not everybody gets invited to the NFL Combine, so it gives an opportunity for the guys that didn't get invited to Combine to shine on their pro day. And you wouldn't believe how many guys don't get invited to the Combine, do really well at their pro day, and end up getting drafted. So the pro day is a big milestone in the process. Then after that, basically, you know, we're working on NFL visits. Each NFL team is allowed to do 30 pre-draft visits, meaning they fly a guy in, they kind of do an interview process with him. He's not working out. He's mainly, meeting the coaches, doing film work, going out to dinner and stuff, and they just want to get a handle on him. If they have any questions, about him, they want to bring him in and kind of be at ease about that. So those visits happen. Each team's allowed to do 30 of those. Teams are also allowed to do unlimited local workouts. So let's say the Texans is really interested in a guy from Florida State. They can go to Florida State and work him out and stuff. So between the Pro Day and the NFL Draft, guys are doing pre-draft visits, and they're also getting local workouts and stuff. And they're also basically still training, getting ready for rookie minicamp, which is going to probably happen later next week after the draft. So right now is a big moment for these guys. And it's also a big moment for the agents because not only do we have a lot of money invested in these guys, like I said, we're paying for the training. Training can range anywhere from $10,000 to, 20, 30, 40, 50,000, depending who you have. And that includes room and board. Sometimes we got to give these guys a stipend. They need money to live. Some guys, depending on where they're projected, might want a marketing guarantee, upfront money, $50,000, $100,000, against futures marketing opportunities that we'll secure for them. So it's a lot of money being put out. But it's also special as an agent to be part of the journey. I mean, this is a real special time for these guys. They've been dreaming about playing the NFL all their life. And, to go start from the journey, from recruiting them, which is very competitive. You're fighting a lot of agents to secure guys. And, bonding with them, becoming friends with them, leading up to the NFL Draft where their dream is about to happen. And then afterwards, when they're in training camp and, trying to make that active roster, and then when they get into the league, and then you're trying to maximize their marketing opportunities when they do get in the league. And also the fun of it, like these guys, they don't know where they're going to end up right now. They could be anywhere across the country, and each place is a different market and a different kind of, lifestyle. You come up to New York and you're with the Jets or the Giants, you got major media capital of the world, and it's not easy. But you're in New York, you got the city, you got everything. You go to a smaller market like Green Bay. Green Bay's got a great fan base, but you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I hate to say it. So it's exciting to see where these guys end up. So if a guy doesn't get drafted by the end of the 7th round, what happens is free agency happens. Each team is going to sign about 15 to 20 undrafted free agents to bring them into camp and give them an opportunity to make an active roster. So NFL teams are set at 90 guys right now on the roster, but by the time they end the training camp at the end of August, before the season starts, they're going to cut down to 53 guys. So it's not easy to be signed as a free agent and make an active roster, but it definitely gets done. Only a few guys per team, make an active roster, and some of the other guys will probably make a practice squad. Now, you could be a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick and still get cut. So you cannot relax in this business. I mean, you could lose your job at any time. Can you imagine you guys going to work and you're 9 to 5 and you have the threat of being fired at any moment all the time? Yeah, obviously anybody could lose their job at any point. But, when you've been at a job for a while, 9 to 5, you have some sort of job security. These guys have no security. They could be cut, released at any time. So you cannot get comfortable in the NFL. You always got to be on the go. You always got to prove yourself, and you always got to make that active roster. So it's an exciting business. We work to get to this weekend. I'm really excited to see how my guys do over the next couple of days. And I'll definitely be checking in with Periscope, giving you guys updates and answering any questions. And it'll be exciting, too, Saturday night with undrafted free agency because it happens really quick. And guys that don't get drafted, it gives them an opportunity to try to make that team as well. So while I'm here, if anybody has any questions, I'd love to answer them. Love to hear where you guys are from. If there's anything that you need to know about the NFL, sports management, sports agents, I'm here to answer anything. Right now, I'm just looking at the NFL draft. I got it on the TV, got it on the iPad, got it on the internet. I'm doing some research on some of my guys, just checking the rosters of the teams that are interested in my guys to see how many players they have in that position, what's the average age, NFL experience, height, weight, compared to my guy's height and weight, and what's the variance between those two, just to see how my guy matches up. If a team has, a lot of guys, but has high NFL experience, that means there's a lot of veterans there, and the team is trying to bring in, younger guys. Now, this analysis really is for undrafted free agency, because if you get drafted, you get drafted. There's nothing we could do. So it's exciting to see what goes down here. Teams are making moves and stuff, and we're keeping track of everything. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. If anybody have any questions, let me know. I'll be coming on this every now and then to give some updates and give you some more insight on the NFL business. So if that's it, have a great night. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.